Some films are good.
You are on your own, Jamal.
Some films are terrible. But some are unforgettable.
Conspiracy. That's what this is.
I'm the Mad Movie Man, and today I'm counting down your picks for the best film of all time. I took a poll asking you what you thought were the best films of all time, and after having boiled it down to a short list of 5, there's finally an order. To be clear, this is ranked on number of votes per film, so the result is by popular demand. I wouldn't happen to agree with it, but that's just how it goes. So nonetheless, let's get going.
Vision to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't.
At 5, it's Christopher Nolan's acclaimed Batman picture, The Dark Knight. Batman had never worked on the big screen before this franchise came along, but The Dark Knight, the second installment of the Nolan Batman saga, changed everything. Retracting from a cheesy comic book superhero theme, The Dark Knight portrays Batman in a much darker yet more realistic light, and it's this that really helps this film to be so good. The realism makes the story so much more believable, and the fact that this movie is full of action, explosions, and fighting at nearly every second makes it so fast-paced that it becomes incredibly thrilling to watch.
Harvey Dent.
Rachel's told me everything about you.
I certainly hope not.
This film is also celebrated because of some incredible performances from the actors. Christian Bale, Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and Gary Oldman all perform highly, but it's the late Heath Ledger's mind-blowing portrayal of the villain, the Joker, that steals the show.
Any psychotic ex-boyfriends I should be aware of?
Oh, you have no idea.
Ledger manages to make the Joker a surprisingly scary but evidently insane character that adds monumentally to the sheer unpredictability and chaos of this fantastic superhero thriller.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
At 4, the stunning prison drama adapted from Stephen King's novel The Shawshank Redemption. Despite not having been terribly successful at the box office in 1994, The Shawshank Redemption has become regarded as one of the greatest films of all time, holding the number 1 position of IMDb's top 250 strong.
What do you mean he just wasn't here?
Shawshank is the ultimate film for an all-round unbelievable cinema experience. Often compared to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shawshank takes what may be regarded as the relatively dull atmosphere of prison life and makes it a rollercoaster of emotions.
Damn conspiracy!
Everything from sadness, tension, unpredictability, and everything in between, this film forces you to become so engrossed in an incredible story that once you come out of it, you're left in such shock and intrigued by the plot that it's impossible to deny Shawshank's cinematic brilliance.
Now, the funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
There's one thing you should know about me. I specialize in a very specific type of security.
At 3, another Christopher Nolan production, the mind-bending dream world of Inception. Revolving around the attempts of an extractor to rob a billionaire's heir by invading his dreams, Inception is perhaps the most complex film ever made. However, the idea of this adventure into the world of the dream, and the representation of the great perils that lie ahead of the characters in the film, is so original that it makes for one of the most exciting, mind-boggling, and unpredictable stories ever seen.
Then you break in and steal it.
Well, it's not strictly speaking legal.
It may be incredibly complicated, but what Inception does is give you a fantastic feeling throughout. As you are so engrossed in the story, your attempt to unlock and decipher the plot give you great satisfaction if you're successful, which is very hard in this film.
How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
Wait, let me start earlier.
At 2, the mad story about an insomniac's attempts to escape from his hellish life, Fight Club. Although controversial when released in 1999 because of its depictions of domestic terrorism, Fight Club has become a celebrated classic because of its thrilling story, including one of the most unpredictable and shocking twists ever seen in a movie.
Soap. I make and I sell soap.
Fight Club has been criticised for being incredibly grimy and depressing. However, the brilliance of this film's cinematography is that it creates the grungy atmosphere so well that it relates you directly to the main character and his depression in his difficult state, pulling you further into the fascinating, exciting, and very original story, really upping the entertainment factor.
In the end, you will thank me. Wow!
And at 1, your choice for the best film of all time. It's Pulp Fiction. Also acclaimed by many critics as one of the best films ever made, Pulp Fiction is often praised for its original method of storytelling, depicting the events of various people's lives in a non-chronological order, with the different stories ultimately linking up to create the most drama and most excitement.
I told you to take me out and do whatever I wanted.
Pulp Fiction is also probably the ultimate Tarantino movie. One of the best directors of all time brings his favourite actors together, although this was only his second major film, as well as replicating what he is famous for over and over again: violence. Lots of violence. However, what Pulp Fiction does so fantastically well is to incorporate Tarantino's trademark violence into a more thrilling, complicated, original, yet unbelievably intelligent storyline that makes this film one of a kind in history.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?